So I'm going to be making this design right here. This is my OC. It's my first OC that I'm actually going to be making a full outfit for and cosplaying. My lovely friend, Can Arts on Instagram, you should go follow them, helped me design this, and we're working together to create more outfits and stuff for her since I love her and she's so cute. So the first thing I do before even sewing anything is I actually like to sketch out the pieces and what the pieces are gonna look like flat, you know, not on the body. So the first thing I'm going to be making is the top. I don't have my petticoat yet, it's still in the mail, so I'm gonna make it, you know, it kind of depends on how long the petticoat is for the actual skirt, since you're able to see it. Otherwise, I would just make it right away. So I'm going to be making this top. Now, it is going to be backless. So this will be the basic pattern for the top. Of course, I am going to add a little strip of darker pink on the bottom. Here, let's just sketch the back part because I want it to go down a little more. Yeah, I think the tie on the back, because then I'll be able to get it on easier. Because this is going to be fairly heavy, so I want it to be very secure on the top. Because what I could do is I could install buttons there, but they're not real buttons, of course. So that'll be sturdy, so it'll be two pieces, but I won't be able to open it, so it'll be more secure on the top, and then add a zipper right on the side, down there. Because I don't think it'll be visible if I do it correctly. I'll add a little flap over top of it. Yeah, that should be okay since there are going to be seams on the side anyways. And then I'll probably add a dart here. And of course, this will be an actual flap. And since I hate myself, I am going to sew buttonholes. I don't have a buttonhole thing or anything, so I have to do it all by hand. Not really by hand, but like with the machine, but like not with any guidance, if that makes sense. Yeah, that'll be there. I'll probably put, because I have circle buttons, I probably won't do the, you know, and then I don't have to worry about being able to see through the sides either. And then I think this side will be the open side. Yeah, I think that looks good. This will just be ribbon, I guess. I think I have ribbon that'll work. Hopefully, if not, I'll use the same fabric that I'll use on the waistbands, so it'll tie together. But if I don't have anything that's in the right color or doesn't match correctly, then I'll just make it out of the pink one. Since I'm not using a lot, I'll have extra. Yeah, time to try and make the pattern now. Woo. So what I did is basically I held this up to my body, and I kind of roughly marked out where I wanted it to be. There's this line right here. As you can see, I didn't really like how low it was at first, so I brought it up probably like half an inch. Since this pattern is mirrored on the other side, I'll just be cutting along here since there's no sleeves. Yeah. And then you have the pattern for the top. Yeah, and then for the back piece, I don't actually have a back piece like that I feel comfortable cutting up. More like I couldn't find one. So what I'll be doing is I'm going to trace this front pattern. Keep in mind that the front piece will be bigger than the back piece, so I'll add more seam allowance on the front piece, and then that's where the armpit is. Oh wait, no it isn't. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is where the armpit piece is. That's where the armpit is. And then I'll probably bring it down to around here. So I'll mark that. So now you can go ahead and cut it out. Now that you have your front and back piece, you want to make sure that it looks like it'll work together, you know, because like, so I'll line up the sides. The back is a little higher, but that won't be too much of an issue. Line it up like that. Same width. Again, the front piece will be bigger. I'll probably keep this the same size, but I'll decide how I feel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it. So I'm going to try and explain this so your mind doesn't explode if you're not good at sewing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a lining inside of it just so it's thicker, a little warmer, because there's not a lot of clothes on this costume. So to make that flap, let's just pretend this is the good side. I'm going to probably cut it around here, and then I'll fold it inwards so there's this nice little flap right there. So it looks like you can add stuff, but yeah, that doesn't make any sense. So about that for a part. If it's too big, then that's fine. I don't need to cut it, but I'll do. Yeah, that's about the same size. And then just fold it along those lines. Oh, wait, is that straight? There. Gotta hope. And then you have your pattern for the outside. Of course, the lining is just gonna be one piece, just so it's stronger. I measured to see how much I wanted to cut off. I'm going to be cutting off about this much, so I'm just going to measure this length all the way around the bottom. You know, trim it, and then I'll know where to add my strip. Now I'll be sewing these together. Remember, when you're doing this, right sides together and wrong sides are facing out. So the good side is going to be facing each other, and the wrong side, the part with the seams, are going to be pointing to the outside. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew all along the armpit, up here, down the other armpit, and along the back on the top. So I cut out a piece of the pink fabric. This is going to be the bottom edge. This measures a width of 2.5 inches. I'll just be folding that in half, pinning it and sewing it like that. Then I'll be adding a little elastic inside it so it doesn't move, and then we'll have a little piece. So I'll be using these cute little golden buttons that I have. That's the back of them, and they're just flat. Have a little bit of texture on it. What I did is I put this on. I put it on and I was in the mirror. I pinned it where I, like, about how far I wanted it to be, just so I know how it looks like on. And then I'll just be having that same spacing all the way up. So for the front piece, I'm going to make one bow. This is going to be this one right here. One darker pink bow for the top. Two big white bows for this one. And then one about the same size, maybe a little smaller. No, that's like the same size. One the same size as the darker pink bow.
ocean. You and I have crossed into